From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Carl Konevsky.
Among Delaware's top stories for Monday, February 18th, a former state representative who resigned last year after a traffic stop for suspected drunk driving and a domestic assault arrest says he'll switch parties and run again.
John Atkins says he expects to change his party affiliation from Republican to Democrat within the next few weeks. Then he says he'll start campaigning to win back the seat now held by Millsboro Republican Representative Greg Hastings. Atkins says he made bad decisions, but many of his old supporters remain loyal, and some have asked him to run again. But Atkins admits any election with his name on a ballot would be a referendum on whether voters have forgiven him.
Police arrest 4 suspects in a weekend liquor store holdup in Newcastle. 2 20-year-olds from Newcastle and Wilmington, along with a 16 and 17-year-old, are charged in the armed robbery on Moores Lane. They stole cash and several bottles of liquor Saturday afternoon. County, state, and Newcastle City police quickly nabbed the suspects after they crashed their getaway car in the Castle Hills area.
Senator Joe Biden is urging Pakistani authorities to ensure tomorrow's elections are free and fair, warning the country could face greater instability if the vote is not on the up and up. Biden, who is observing polling with fellow senators, says there will be much turmoil if the elections are rigged.
A low number brings big numbers in a license plate auction. WDEL News continues in a moment.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
State police say a 20-year-old Newark man died when his car went off of Interstate 95. Police say Michael Tirado was found under the overturned BMW and died on the way to the hospital. Police say the BMW was one of 3 cars seen speeding and weaving through traffic just before the crash. The auctioneer says it was the lowest Delaware license plate ever offered to the public, and a 25-year-old Wilmington man bought it, license plate number 6, for $675,000 on Sunday at an auction in Rehoboth Beach. Frank Vasallo said he bought the plate for his grandfather. Low-digit license plates are a status symbol in Delaware where tags can be transferred between cars and owners. Tag number 9 sold 14 years ago for $186,500. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are reserved for the governor, lieutenant governor, and secretary of state. Well, while some drop a lot of cash for license plates, it turns out many people spend extra money they don't need to when they head to the car rental counter.
Renting a car has become more common for people, whether it's for convenience when your car's in the shop or for taking a business or pleasure trip. State Insurance Commissioner Matt Dent says some people spend more than they have to for their car because they buy insurance from the rental company.
For a lot of people, a substantial amount of the coverage that they need, they would either already have through their existing auto insurance or they would have through their credit card, because a lot of credit cards provide some level of, especially of collision coverage, if you use the credit card for the purpose of renting the rental vehicle. People for whom it does make sense would be folks who don't have very much coverage with their current auto insurance, have a very minimal level of coverage, and people whose credit cards don't provide any additional coverage. And again, those are both things that you can discover just by contacting your credit card company and your insurance agent.
Dent says asking those questions before you head to the rental counter will help save money but serve to keep you protected.
The Flyers look to end their 6-game losing streak, and a NASCAR driver snaps an 0 for 81. WDEL Sports and AccuWeather are coming up.
When it comes to flooring, great style doesn't have to be expensive, especially when you shop at Carpet One Floor & Home. Our 1,000-store buying power gives you the best prices on hardwood, carpet, tile, laminate, and more, including brands you'll find exclusively at Carpet One Floor & Home, like Liz Claiborne Home, Good Housekeeping with Resista, and Lee's, all with guaranteed installation and no payments for 1 year. See how easy it is to find your perfect style. Shop in store, online, or in-home, only at Carpet One Floor & Home.
I'm Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL sports, the Flyers lost their 7th straight game, including back-to-back contests to the Montreal Canadiens in a 5-3 loss Sunday at the Wachovia Center. Alex Kovalev had a goal and 2 assists for the Canadiens, who left the reeling Flyers in 7th place in the Eastern Division, just 1 point ahead of Boston and Buffalo. The Flyers play at Ottawa tomorrow night. Freshman Tessia Harris scored a career-high 21 points, including the game-winning shot as Delaware downed Hofstra 54-53. Harris hit a three-pointer with 6 seconds remaining to lift the Blue Hens, who led by as many as 18 points in the first half. Fellow freshman Arian Jenkins added 14 points and 9 rebounds as Delaware went to 6-7 in league play, 7-18 overall. Ryan Newman, with help from teammate Kurt Busch, roared past Tony Stewart on the final lap to win the 50th running of the Daytona 500. Busch finished right behind Newman for his 3rd runner-up finish in 8 years at Daytona. The win was the first for Newman since September 2005. The race featured 6 cautions over the last 49 laps. The win was the first ever at Daytona for the Roger Penske racing team. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast. Clouds and showers today, may break for some afternoon sun, a high of 62 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, low of 31. Tomorrow, clouds and sun, a high of 42. And on Wednesday, cloudy, maybe some wet snow, and a high of 38 degrees. Get news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 11:50 a.m. And get WDEL News text alerts sent to your cell phone. Sign up at WDEL.com. I'm Carl Konefsky in for Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.